What's up, D?
Hey,
How's
what's
it
up?
going?
I'm pretty.
I know.
Like,
It's Friday.
yeah.
It's sunny outside.
Yep.
The weather's warm.
Yep.
You just got out of a coaching session that feels like massive breakthrough, and you got your goat hat on. And,
Everything but my Raffi's there.
and we had an incredible event last night. So you and I often do this thing where we can't even help ourselves, but we start to debrief our events. Like, I actually started to do it mid-event with a girl, and I was like, hold up, let me stop, because you don't even know what I'm doing. I already started like finding the room for improvement and the amazing moments.
Yeah.
But that's been a habit of ours for a while. So I kind of want to just keep it rolling. We've had some awesome conversations last night, just for y'all watching. So we have our dog. His name is Magic, and Magic is magical. So Darryll will walk him and often get these downloads and have these really amazing things come through. Or if you get the best voice memos from Darryll or text messages from Darryll or live streams, the chances are that Magic is somewhere around there because they're out on a walk.
That's true.
So we had those combos last night. I had some cute little coffee this morning. So I think there's just still some awesome stuff to talk about from the event. I would love to hear from you. What was your, let's go op then, Jem. So what was let's go favorite first. What was your favorite moment of last night, or element or piece? Doesn't have to be a moment.
Rick Barker going loose.
Yeah.
I was like, yes, that's what I'm talking about, bro. I was so, we said that we're going to do this clarity and purpose breakout session.
Yeah.
Breakout conversations at our Seeding Greatness social event. And because it was the first time we did that at the style events, I wanted to like make sure it was going decently well at each kind of, so I was going to spot.
Yeah.
And he was going ham.
Yeah.
I mean,
He wasn't even sitting down.
no.
Yeah.
In fact, and then more people kept crowding to there. Cause I'm just gonna go over here because he sound good over
Yeah.
here. And he's just like sounding AI and stuff, taglining people, clarity, idea. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
So that was really one of my favorite parts. And honestly, I guess I would just describe primarily the breakouts, like, cause I went over to Be Well Mel's table. And it was like slower,
Yeah.
but I was like, y'all, this is a really important conversation.
Oh yeah. Health, wellness, holistic mindset. Yeah.
And you
They
gotta
were
think,
getting into it.
well, number one, you paid her to coach, so
Yeah.
you know she has a fee.
She's
And then
amazing.
also, like, people don't realize, like, just the amount of money that you waste trying to experiment or figure out what can work when you have somebody like her who already knows the whole game and how it works and can just customize it to where you're at in your journey.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
man. So like, because so many people get caught in that one point. So I'm like, man, I was worried that nobody was going to choose that, and they only wanted like the 7-figure round table. Or only
Wellness.
wanted
Yeah.
and I was
it
like,
can be confronting.
right, like, no, I don't want to go over there. But the fact that people were valuing it,
Yeah.
so those are two of my favorite moments.
Yeah. Okay, so back to the table that was like, bop, bop, bop. It was so amazing, right?
Yeah.
I know that you don't just get excited because for the excitement's sake, right? It's not just like people were crowding and he had high energy. I know that moment, like, it means something. So I want to ask the question, but I also know like you care about alignment. Like he was very much in alignment with like he was in his zone.
Yes.
And when you're in your zone, that leads to other people getting what they need. I think that's why the energy draw was there. So what makes you get so hype about that moment? Like I know it's deeper than just a cool moment.
Well, we said it at our event that part of the theory that we're testing is, can we heal humanity if people are in full alignment of their purpose and operating at the fullest expression of that purpose, meaning they're doing it with all that they have, with all of who they are, who they are. Personality matters. Desires matters.
Yeah.
And so Rick was in that. He was in alignment, and he was going full expression.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And notice his full expression wasn't just that energy.
Yeah.
It was like, it was literally like AI and like specifically that cell phone and the AI, the way he was doing back and forth for that, like that for him allowed him to be fully expressed and flow. But for somebody else, that might be a hindrance.
Yeah.
It might block their flow. It might reduce their expression because tech or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. He was literally embodying that, and then helping people to at least solve the problem of alignment in that. And sometimes alignment and expression are connected because the more aligned you feel, the more freedom you feel to express. And so, you know, he was helping with that part as well, but I think it was primarily in that clarity bucket. And so that helped a lot with alignment. So I think because it was literally doing the thing, because I know that if a person is aligned in their purpose, that they're going to have true, real divine impact in the world.
Yeah.
And that is how we solve our problems, because when the world has problems, God sends a person. And the reason problems exist at the level they exist, because there will always be some type of creation that we're evolving through. But he sends it's because somebody's not operating in their purpose. Somebody's not healing when they're supposed to be healing. They're over here in a career, highly successful, waiting for retirement when they should be serving over here, mentoring, coaching.
Yeah.
Or they're mentoring and coaching when they need to be working for someone. But because they got burned by their last boss, they decided that they wanted to go be their own entrepreneur. And so they're building a business out of anger and resentment. And that's why they're burning out when they could be in a career with more freedom.
Yeah.
Emotionally. So that was happening in that. And then I could say the same thing about Be Well. She was in alignment. She was in expression. Notice Rick was da-da-da-da. And it's not that Mel doesn't have high energy, but she's like yoga in the part. She's like, I have to know what your health thing is so I can help know what's going to be helpful for you and your family. So her expression was still full, but it was in alignment for the assignment that she was doing. You know? And I can say that pretty much about everybody. So I just really like that portion. You know, I think the other two breakouts we had needed more, you know, direction from me. But we'll work on that. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you feel like is your greatest purpose with alignment and expression?
What I feel like my greatest purpose is in alignment and expression. It's not that I don't have an answer. I want to give something that I feel like is relevant to people to understand. The truth is, and not just all of our purpose cannot be explained with human language. There's not human language to describe it. It's divine.
You think that's why people get frustrated trying to find their purpose?
Yeah, they're like, you don't find a purpose, you just are one. You know?
Yeah.
And so they're like trying to like be a construct of a career or be a construct of a, you know, brand statement.
Yeah. These I help people do X, Y, and Z statements are so limiting to people. So keep going.
But they gave a generation clarity that they didn't have.
That's true.
It was a framework that helped them to seek clarity.
That's true.
So
it's a building block.
It's extremely helpful, and I use it as a tool. Like I help people so that all the time.
Yeah.
But I'm not confined to that.
Yeah.
So I say this to people when people ask you, what do you do, or what's your purpose? What they're really trying to say is like, can you help me with something in my life, essentially? So I'm trying to contextualize it to who I feel might be listening right now. Because the truth is you should be able to describe you in many different types of way. When they asked who is Jesus is, you know, some said he was a carpenter, some said he was the Messiah. You know, he even asked the people that was the closest to him, who do you say that I am? You know? So Teacher, how is it that the people who are closest to you don't even know who you are because you're way too complex to describe when you're operating in full alignment and full expression, because you got to be the Messiah and the rabbi, you got to be the priest and the carpenter, you know, because that's your assignment and that's your alignment in full expression. So when you are really aligned and fully expressed, there's not enough human language to describe you. Like, even if you take it out of like big brands,
yeah,
and you put it into like a single mom who, let's just say, she's never gonna launch a book, she's never gonna do like some of these things that we think are big accolades or have some big crypto investment or something. Let's just say her purpose was to raise whatever child she was raising.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say that child was not the next Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Because that people are like, oh, that's the purpose. No, let's just say they were just a
regular
normal
kid.
citizen.
Yeah.
Okay. But how they shaped that person,
Mm-hmm.
what they deposited into that person, and the ripple effect of that
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, ripple
into
effect.
humanity,
Yeah,
is a really big deal.
mm-hmm.
Is a really big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my life is one of the biggest examples,
Mm-hmm.
because I was suppressed, which is the opposite of expression.
Yep.
And then I was misaligned massively, but I was highly successful.
Mm-hmm.
So no one noticed.
But you would have never said during your football career that you were misaligned.
Yeah, I would have.
You knew that.
Yes.
Deep down.
Yes.
That's why you were suppressing so much.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So how do we face that without having a rock bottom moment where life forces you to face it? How do we choose to face it?
I think you have to, before you choose it, you got to start with this paradigm. You're created for purpose.
Mm-hmm.
There's this pressure when you get ready to let go of those constructs. You don't have your I help statement. You lose your career. You're actually open to the pivot. That you're like, Darryll, I lost my thing. I lost me. I fused my identity with my activity. I fused my identity with my career. I fused my identity with my relationship. I fused my identity with my brand. I don't know the difference between me and it, because when it's not successful, I don't feel successful, because so much of it is entangled in me. Yeah. And when you understand that we are spiritual beings, it's very much true. It is an expression of something that you got going on inwardly.
Yes,
yeah.
That was a big unlock for me, because we used to do this purpose discovery stuff a lot. And I was always, and when I would lead people through it, if they landed at the end of the road of a label that they didn't really want, it was like, oh, it kind of feels like a dead end or like a failure. Like, do I have purpose? And that's the worst thing to feel when you try to go discover your purpose, is like, the coach couldn't help me, so I must not have one. The day I realized it's like, oh, I have these different varied expressions of my purpose. They come out in different ways, in different seasons, mind you.
100%.
So we have 5 kids, and throughout these seasons, they've come out in different ways, because life also, like, we are having a spiritual, like, we are spiritual, but we live in this body, in this world, and have very real, like, cook dinner, get groceries, you know, like
human needs.
Yeah. So yes, it's an expression of it in those seasons. Yeah. And I think that, like, separation of identity from these other pieces is so big. Yeah. When we when I started doing this work more, I guess it was like 3 or 4 years ago now, that was one of the biggest things that meditation helped me with. Because the slower I moved in my mind, I was able to separate me from it. 100%. And that's such a huge step.
It's a big step.
Yeah.
That's a big step. And we probably lost some people if we, because teaching it don't work a lot for me. I have to say, let's breathe. Okay, breathe. Mm-hmm. Slow down. Mm-hmm. All that stuff that's going through your mind. Yeah. Huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let it go. Yeah. Just focus on your breath in your nose, out your mouth. And you just do that for like 5 to 10 minutes. Start letting. What happens is, like, they've ran through so many thoughts that now their spirit's tired of their physical. Mm-hmm. If you only do it for like 2-3 minutes, you don't get tired of it. You just are still in the running of the subconscious worry pattern. So you have to slow the engine down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then about 5-10 minutes of that, you'll start realizing like, man, I'm tripping. I am tripping. Like, oh. And then you're like, hold on. Wait a second. Hold on. Why am I thinking this?
Yep.
I need my Rafiki's thing. What do I actually want to think? Uh-oh. Wow.
When you start thinking about what you're thinking about,
wake up time.
that's a big day.
What do I actually want to think? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to make it. I don't know what my calling is.
What is that? What are you doing with your hand?
I'm letting the mind go through its 70,000 thoughts that it has per day. That's how much thought our mind is like. If you ever watch like the news, how they have like those stories and they just keep cycling. Our minds are like that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a negative bias that's fed. That's why the news hijacks our mind.
Yeah.
Because it is designed in the same ways our brains are. Okay. It's designed to worry and cling to fear out of need for survival.
Yeah.
So the brain is like constantly like, when do I need to alert the body to run?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's been a good technique for me sometimes is I'm like, so first of all, I want to point out the fact that the pace that you were on to actually slow down and your breath, like I've watched this with clients for a long time and at events. It is not something you can rush through. Like when you make this choice to slow down and give yourself space, like you cannot rush the process.
I know.
Because your body is in one mode, your mind is in one mode, your spirit is in another mode, and it just takes time to decelerate and, gear down a bit. Yep. So first of all, it just can't be rushed. And then this whole like fear, this whole thing, sometimes I literally have to tell myself like, okay, I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on this chair.
Somatics. Yep.
Yes. Like I'm safe.
That's a good one, by the way.
Nothing is coming at me right now.
Yes.
I
know.
I'm good.
I know.
Even if it's for the next 5 minutes before my phone dings again.
I know.
In this moment,
but
I'm
even
okay.
like how you're doing this, like, I'm good. I like that because that's giving you sensory experience.
Yeah.
It brings you in body so you don't leave out a body. So I like that. I always try to say, can you wiggle your toes? Can you see something? Like our son the other day was like freaking out, like because he was mad because we didn't take him to school with the girls. And I'm like, breathe, buddy, breathe. He's not breathing. I'm like, oh God. And I'm like, hey, can you feel? I'm like, touch his chest. Okay, feel that? Hey, come in here, bro. Because he's like, he's gone. Yeah. I'm like, come in, feel that? Come on, you feel that? Yeah. And so what worked is because he was in full. I just had to hug the little guy, and I hugged him. And then it kind of cracked it. Pulled away. Still no.
You were like a weighted blanket for him for a second. Yeah.
I said. Breathe. Now he always knew how to breathe.
Yeah.
But in that pattern, he couldn't notice he wasn't breathing. He thought every time I told him to breathe, he was breathing. So I had to use sensory experience to bring him in body. Okay. And then when you're doing, you're like, huh? Yeah. I see a lot of people do that. And the reason why I paused you is because I want people who need that sensory experience to do it while breathing. Because I try to lead them out of it. And usually they're like, and I'm like, I can't always touch them because sometimes it's a woman, or we're digital. Yep. And I don't always want to be on the Zoom call like, can you see your environment? Like I'm just like, oh God, breathe. Okay. So if we know we need sensory, if we feel our pattern, start to see what can I feel in my body. Sometimes it's a toe, sometimes it's a something. And if I can start to use that sensory to bring myself back in body out of trigger, okay, it's easier when I. So you were going. I wanted you to go.
Mm-hmm. With the breath. Yeah. I love this because we just lily padded all the way over to where we hopped and skipped from where we started. But I think that it's the through line is very much we are humans. And we've been having this conversation a lot with our community.
Yeah.
About being human. Now we use AI and we use tech and we use screens and all those things as support systems, but we got to be in a room last night with like 60, 70 people, probably more than that, in a room, in the flesh, in real life, having real life conversations. So so the point is sometimes it can feel disconnected, but we are building something that is very human centric. And to take it a layer further, it's like you can go online and find help, or you can do research and find help or whatever, but the point of the room is connect, collaborate, collapse time.
Yeah, okay. I'm down with both. Condense or collab.
Time. But the point is, if you connect with humans, you collaborate with humans,
and you collapse time.
Something that may have taken you 10 years can happen in one day.
We can heal humanity.
We can heal humanity.
Yes.
Right? It's a community.
Yes.
And the unity in it is something that I want you to talk about, because that kind of bubbled up throughout the last 24 hours. The unity of it.
The unity was just like... Make sure I don't go off these trains, okay? Because I used to have a situation when I grew up. Because some of this highly triggers me. And I think sometimes we try to get rid of triggers instead of learn how to work better with them.
That's fair.
Okay?
That's fair.
Triggers are not bad. It's just what you do with it that can be unhealthy or healthy.
Information.
So, sometimes I get triggered. I'm like, okay, don't act the fool, but don't lose the wake up. So that just triggers something. And I'm like, man, why am I so... Something
I just said or last night
just how hard it is for me to get to answer this question for people. Because I've tried 100 times and I don't think I don't think I'm saying it well enough.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try through the form of story where I feel like it origins from. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not a good start, but there's a lot of fights when I grew up.
Okay.
And there were always two types of fighters. There were real fighters, and there were talkers who only fought because they were afraid of embarrassment. And most of the times, the talkers who only fought when they were afraid of embarrassment didn't really want to fight. They wanted to be studying or something. Okay, the fighters wanted to fight. You know, they were just looking for a reason to fight. You know, they'd fight you because you looked at them wrong. You know, what? You know, the people who didn't want to fight, they wouldn't even say nothing. You would say something, they'd be in the round, they'd be in the middle of the fight, they'd be talking, they puffing their chest, threatening to fight, flinching at people, but they would never throw a punch because they didn't really want to fight.
Yeah.
And that always used to frustrate me because every time people were about to fight, there'd be this big crowd that gathers around. Everybody be like, oh, it's about to be a fight. Oh, hey. And then they sit there. Say one more thing. Say one more thing. Say one more thing. I'm like, say one more thing. We're all waiting for fight. I'm about to just go up there and just grab your arm and be like, whoop, just get it clapping. You know what I mean? And so we have, I hear people a lot. Oh, collaboration. They're not collaborating.
Is this the rails? You want me to help you?
I'm on the rails.
Okay.
There's people, entrepreneurs, saying they're in a community. Okay. But they're in a coaching program, not a community.
I agree with that.
They don't feel seen. And I'm not saying don't be in a coaching program. We have coaching programs.
Yes, we do.
What I'm saying is don't think that your coaching program is the same as a community where you're seen at the highest level, unless that's how they run that community. People say they want to make an impact. Okay. But every time I read the data, I don't see a difference. Okay.
Between the talkers and the fighters.
I'll give you one big major example. Okay. Big major example. I've been speaking for 12 plus years. Okay. I've done a lot of speaking, specifically on mental health.
Yep.
Okay. The national data. Let me say one more thing. I believe I've changed lives and impacted lives. I know I have.
For sure.
But the
You've saved lives.
I know. But the national data shows that the mental health crisis has not gotten better. It's gotten worse. So for me, I take that personal. Like 12 years of my efforts didn't even move the needle. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. I want to do something about that. And to me, the only thing that I can point to of why, let's just use that, is because people get inspired in these big conferences, but they go back to the homes where they suffer.
Yeah.
And I always known that if we were really going to change our alcoholism, let me just go bigger, our healthcare system, our educational system,
Well,
dare I say our religious system, the systems that are perpetuating brokenness instead of solving.
because it serves them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the whole world is underneath that microscope because all the statistics are getting worse. So why is nobody doing something different? We are. Because I don't want to talk about the fight. I want to throw the punch. And AI just agitated me out of privacy because it's stealing people's identity. And now before I was just like, gotta get them. Gotta get them. Their conscience will get them. They'll start to realize that they're not doing what they're supposed to do because you can always feel your misalignment. If you're feeling.
Step one.
Bring me on the tracks. I'm going to land it. I'm right here.
Moving the needle. Actually fighting, not just talking about fighting.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I said AI agitated me. And I said it threw the punch. And when I started to notice that people were losing their ability to discern, when they were like, I told you one of those moments. I was in this, oh my God. I never do a ride share with somebody. I don't think I can count on like 2 or 3 fingers.
Yeah, where you did a shared ride in an Uber.
I did a ride share because I felt like I was supposed to do that. For whatever reason, God, after I got back from a gig and a long trip, the ride took forever, like ride shares do. I get in the car, of course. It's a girl. I'm like, oh, God. I didn't even tell you I did a ride share this night because I was just obeying God. I'm here. I'm talking to this person, this lady, this woman, and she literally says, I'm here looking essentially for community, want to get into speaking more, really want to mentor or coach. And I was like, this is a divine setup.
Because you're an amazing speaking coach.
And
For
I'm
those
in
who
your
don't know what
ride
we do.
share and I run a community.
Yeah.
And I'm like here to help you.
Yeah.
That lady, for a good part, was like, oh my gosh, this is like, she knew it was a God moment. And when I was like, oh, okay, cool, let's connect, whatever. She was like, yeah, I just, I'll look up your social. And I was like, what? You can't discern God in the moment? You gonna go to social media to see if this is God?
So the online world felt more real than what was happening in that moment.
Wow. And the worst part about that is my online stuff don't even say that I do half of the stuff that she was looking for. She gonna go get confused.
You're gonna have like 17
who do men say that I
branding.
am? Like, she gonna go over here and be watching purpose courses or something. You know, like, she's not gonna find the Nashville connection necessarily. I mean, she probably will now thanks to NG. But you get my point. It was sad that God was sitting there, right, orchestrating her life. Mm-hmm. But because of our conditioning with technology, because of the lack of honest conversation that we're having around, are we living in alignment with our purpose and abundance, because of the lack of connection that real people are having with their employees at their conferences, in their churches, this woman couldn't recognize a real moment in front of her. Mm-hmm. And all of my spiritual people would be like, well, that ain't us. And I would say, but it is you in a different construct. It's you when somebody doesn't speak spiritual language.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like I had a guy at the end of our event last night, and that was just like, hey man, you guys are trying to solve loneliness. I don't really think that's a problem. I think homelessness and hunger and people in third world countries who don't have access to clean water is an actual problem.
Which they are.
And I said, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Right. And so, but what the conclusion was that, oh, I'm not with y'all. I see it differently. Mm-hmm. We're separate. It wasn't, I see it differently, but I connect with you on these 80 other things that I do agree with. Do you agree with healing humanity? Mm-hmm. So when you asked me about this unity thing, mm-hmm. for me, it was like, I want people to put their money where their mouth is, their effort where their words are. And if we say that we want to make an impact, then we know the only way for us really to do that is to do it, number one, put your own air mask on first. Yep. Full alignment, full expression.
Yep.
Okay. Nobody's perfect. So you don't got to be 100% on each, getting an A+ on each. You just have to have the heart to want it all.
The commitment.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's one. Okay. Once that's happening, dang it, lost my train of thought. What's two? Help me.
Unity. You were saying unity. Mm-hmm. Can we agree on this at least? So.
Oh yeah. Thank you. Full unity, full alignment and expression of your purpose for your own self.
Yeah.
And then after that, the multiplier.
Yep.
Be fruitful. Be
fruitful first.
Be you fully.
Yeah.
Be fruitful. Produce. Mm-hmm. And multiply.
Yeah.
1 can set 1,000 aflight. 2 can set how many? 10,000. That's a multiplier. Mm-hmm. 3, so you can just, so once you got you, the only thing there is for you to do is partner collab with other people. That's what speeds it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And so to me, I'm like, yep, here's our experiment. If you say you're about that, come into our circle community.
Yep.
All that is, at least for this season, okay, and I'm thinking about the next maybe month, 2.
Just what is it? What is it? Yep.
All that is we stand for seeding greatness. Mm-hmm. We stand for unity. Mm-hmm. We stand for healing humanity. Mm-hmm. Our $1 per month that we contribute to seeding greatness, we all collectively say that we might disagree politically. We might disagree in business. We might disagree in faith or philosophy, but we can agree on healing humanity.
Yeah.
So that $1 will go towards healing humanity.
Yeah.
To show that regardless of how divided we are, we'll still can agree that we're on the same team as humans in this world.
Yeah.
Because if I'm cut off and siloed because and this is, you can see it the most in the community. I hate this church. They suck. They're overly religious. And then I hate them. And then you go to the same grocery store. And you're like hiding at your own grocery store.
I've done that.
Because you didn't want to go to that church?
Because I don't want to have the conversation.
You don't have to have a conversation.
You're saying, but we can be human and be...
Well, human, man, it's a grocery store. Hey, hope your family's doing great.
Yeah.
Hate your philosophy, but like thrive.
Yes.
Because the only reason humanity's suffering because somebody got offended and said, no, thrive. I survive, me and my own, kill or be killed. I hoard it over here. I create a monopoly. I don't give. I don't serve. I got burnt last time I served. And we start holding and hoarding. That's why recessions happen.
Fear and scarcity.
Fear and scarcity. The money goes nowhere. In fact, in many recessions, they print more of the darn thing. There's more money in those time periods because they're trying to figure it out and create new stuff. So the worst thing we could do is shrink and stop and hoard and go and survive. Why? Why they become billionaires? No way. Open up, collab, innovate, ask. Oh yeah, invest. Oh yeah, that. And then now why did we succeed? Because the money didn't stop circulating. We stopped circulating, but not exceeding greatness. Mm-hmm. You can come into our circle community and circulate. Mm-hmm. It's time for the circulator. Percolate. That's the perk. I got Rick the Wealth Coach.
Amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Did I scare them away? Nobody's joining circle.
I'm convinced.
Tell them the calm answer. What's your answer? Why do you think people should join what we're doing?
Well, it's funny. I was getting ready to say, I'm convinced that regardless of whatever piece that you just listened to, within all of the pieces that we just talked about, one of them resonated with you at least. And I said this last night at the event. I said, you can be in a different industry. You can have a different job title. You can look different, function differently, be in a different tax bracket. But there's something that we can find where we agree and have common ground. Mm-hmm. If you sit across the table from someone enough and have a conversation long enough, there's the human in you that can resonate with the human in me in some way, shape, or form.
Especially if you're looking for it.
Yes, you find you always.
That's gonna be our next exercises. That's gonna be our next exercise. That's how we're gonna open up.
Yeah.
There we go. That's how we're gonna open up our next event. Your first exercise is you got to go find common ground with 3 people.
Yeah, you always find what you're looking for.
Especially 3 people that you're like don't even look like you. Don't even wouldn't even be normally people you talk to. Just go find common ground with them. And then you can see like, oh, okay, cool. Don't like your hair. Don't like your style. You should have wore a suit. But at least like, oh, we have common ground here.
There's something.
There's always something
to relate on, and I think that if you resonate with the mindset that says seeding greatness in the world is worth my time and energy and $1 a month, then join us.
Well, you know we're not selling the dollar. The dollar is just to lower the gradient enough so they don't feel like we're trying to be rich.
Yeah.
Because the real thing is that people are afraid to join and lock arms in community with people who they don't know, haven't been vetted, haven't had an hour conversation with themselves. Can they trust? What are they in? Is this and it's like, see how far we've come as humans? See how we don't trust each other anymore? Mm-hmm. See how it's a dollar.
Yeah.
Like you're that scared to come in here. That's the real problem. I'm not even asking for $1. I'm asking you to trust one more time.
Yeah.
To take a step of faith one more time. To try humanity one more time. Because mm-hmm. If we don't, 2 years from now, Brittany, that moment that happened in the car with that lady, it's going to happen every day.
Yeah, it's going to be the norm.
And by the way, you might have to edit this part out. It's in the Bible. Mm-hmm. There's a time where their ears grow cold.
Yeah.
And itchy.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the itchy time. Hypersensitivity everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't even want God. I want my preference.
Yes.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Yes. So that is another rabbit trail. So I'm just trying not to bust open another 20 minutes. Inside of this community, whether you tap in every day or you tap in once a month, or you forget that it's on your phone and you come back 3 months later, the point is that you know that you always have a space to go to with this mission in mind. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So it's there. It's available, and we're in it for the long haul. We will stay consistent. If you're listening to this and you don't live in the Middle Tennessee area, either we're going to come to your city soon, or you should find your way here for an event so that you can experience it.
Yes.
Because it's worth experiencing. And that's it. I think just community. That's it. That's the point. Somebody last night was like, what's y'all's main thing? What do you do? I said, this, man. Community. This is what we do. And we could go on a whole nother episode and tell you why we built the thing that we so desperately wanted and longed for. This is what we do. We coach, we speak, we do other things. This is what we do, though.
In full alignment and expression.
In full alignment and expression.
Yes.
So, anyways, whatever piece of that resonates with you, that is the invitation, is to join in, and it'll continue to take different shapes and forms, because the people that come in, I told you this morning, I said, Mark Zuckerberg is not on Facebook every day making it go. It's going without him. So this is not me and you. This is the collective. This is the sum total of it all is greater than any one individual. So that's your invitation. I don't think we can make that any clearer. That's your invitation. So somewhere in this video, somewhere around our profiles, is a link to join the community.
The collective.
The collective. There's a link to join the next event. There's a link to join the list to find out about the next event. You can send us a message, and we're going to send you the link ourselves, because we care.
We care.
So, thanks, D.
Thank you.
Love you.
Love you too.
See you on the next